Hi everyone, hey, welcome to my channel. Today's recipe, I am making a request from a viewer to make a Reuben sandwich, just a traditional one with rye bread and corned beef. And so it's really simple to make. I'm gonna even be making my dressing, my Russian dressing from scratch, so I'll show you how to do that. And it's really delicious. So I'm Rockin' Robin, and I'm gonna show you how to make this wonderful sandwich right after this. All right, so let's go over our ingredients. First up, we have our corned beef. Now I picked this up at the deli, already nice and sliced. You could make one from scratch if you want, but I'm going for the easy version here. And I have a question for you. Some people use pastrami in their Reuben sandwiches, which isn't real traditional. Corned beef is, but who knows what the difference is between pastrami and corned beef? Let me know down in the comments, okay? And if you want to know the answer for that question, I'll leave the answer in the description of the video, so check that out. We'll also need our Swiss cheese, that's the one with the little holes. We'll need some rye bread, that's traditional. I'm not a fan personally, but that's how you make a Reuben sandwich. We'll need some sauerkraut. I'm gonna drain this so that it doesn't make our sandwich soggy. And for our Russian dressing, we're gonna be using some mayonnaise, some ketchup, horseradish, Sriracha sauce, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, that's a hard one to say, a little bit of pepper, fresh lemon juice, and then we'll be grilling our sandwiches up with a little bit of butter. All right, so to start off our recipe, we want to start mixing up our Russian dressing, right? Now you could use Thousand Island, and do any of you know the difference between the two, between Thousand Island and Russian? You can use them both. Okay, so the difference is that the Russian dressing is a little more tart and tangy, less sweet than the Thousand Island. Thousand Island's got that sweeter tones to it, so depending on your preference, you can make either one. But today we're making Russian. So right now we'll start off by putting our mayonnaise in the bowl along with our ketchup. Then we'll add a little bit of horseradish to that. And I'm gonna add a few squirts of Sriracha sauce. Just add, your heat, you can taste it and then adjust. Add a few dashes of Worcestershire sauce. I'm starting to get the hang of that word. And we'll add a little cracked pepper and some fresh lemon juice, just a little bit of that. So the last thing we're going to add is our shallot. Now I want to chop this up super fine so that you don't have big chunks in your dressing. I don't care for big chunks. We'll just place our shallots right in our dressing and then give that a stir. So to make our Reuben sandwich here, we want to make sure that all of our ingredients, our corned beef, our sauerkraut, our cheese, everything's hot on the inside of our sandwich. So I've got two pans here. This one here I'm heating up over low heat, and I'm going to heat up the corned beef in this right here. And we're going to do it nice and slow. You want to be careful not to dry out your corned beef, so don't overheat it. I'm going to add just a little bit of water to this pan to provide some, liquid to it to keep the meat moist. I'm just going to cover this with a little piece of foil. Now in this other pan over here that I have, I'm going to be toasting up the bread on both sides. So that way it won't get soggy from the sauerkraut or the dressing that we've got going here. So I'm going to place a little bit of butter on my piece of bread here. Just a little bit of butter. We'll put that butter side down, and that'll be the inside of our sandwich. I'm just using a little bit of butter on this. Turn up the heat a little bit. Check your corned beef. Mine's getting warm. I just want to warm it up a little bit because it's still going to heat up once I put it all together in the sandwich. So now in this same dish, I'm going to add the sauerkraut that I had been draining, and we're going to heat that up. Now I've got enough here for, I'd say, 2 sandwiches at least. I got extra. That's okay. Rather have a little extra than not enough. Be sure and give your sauerkraut a little toss. That way you can heat it up evenly. Okay, so I'm going to butter. This will be now the outside of the sandwich, because the inside is looking pretty good. Nice and toasty. That's what we want. It's going to be nice and crispy. Now for the outside, you want to put butter all over the outside of it. Not a ton of it, but just enough. Whoops. Okay, so I'm going to flip this over. We're going to add our sauce to this slice, to each slice actually. It's going to be a little bit of a messy sandwich, but that's just the nature of the sandwich, and that's what makes it so yummy. Now I'm going to add our beautiful corned beef to that. Make sure you drain it off. There's a little bit of liquid left in here, so I'm just draining it. Stack that on there. I'm going to put 2 slices of Swiss cheese here. And then we're going to put the sauerkraut right on top of the cheese. And we'll call it finished. Make sure it is nice and hot. We're still not done yet grilling, right? So I'm going to put that on. And if you want to add a little more dressing, well, you got the dressing right there on that other piece. So this is going to be a beautiful sandwich. Put that right in the center. And we're going to let that continue to grill and brown up and get nice and crispy. And what I like to do, what I do with all my sandwiches that I'm grilling like this, is I put a lid on it. And that really makes that cheese melt. Now I have my temperature on actually low heat right now. I want to do this nice and slow. I think it might be time to flip, so let's have a peek. Oh yeah, that looks beautiful. So, I'm going to turn this over, just give it a nice easy toss. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's all I can say. I'm going to put the lid back on it and we'll let that go for, I don't know, another 30 seconds to a minute. Here's our sandwich, guys. It is beautiful. Now, all I'm going to do here is cut it in half and show you the inside of this thing. It's just gorgeous. Look at that. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed my Reuben sandwich. It's a classic. Give it a try. You know, you can obviously change it up a little bit if you like, but give this one a try. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, okay? And if you haven't subscribed to my channel before, be sure and do that by clicking the subscribe button. It'll be at the end of the video, right up here in the corner or down below in the description area. And give me a thumbs up, try the sandwich, and let me know what you think. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.